Hey guys, how is it going? If you don't know who I am, my name is Rob. I go by Daily Cliche on the internet for the most part. However, we started out fishing back in 2009, and I think it's about that time to return. So we are headed back into the fishing world, and this is kind of our first foray, right? I want to have a chance to sit down and discuss some things, talk about fishing, talk about the industry, and see what I've missed. So I understand there's been a whole heck of a lot of stuff going on in the fishing sphere, anywhere from MLG and FLWB kind of coming the same dang thing, and the craziness that is Bassmaster and everybody pretty much leaving for MLF. Whew. MLF? Yeah, Major League Fishing. It's been a while, like I said. So, guys, we're playing Fishing Planet. While we're playing, we're going to have some discussions. These discussions are things that we have missed out on, right? So, let's go ahead and get into the bass boat and catch us a walleye and have a talk, shall we? Have us a good little talk. Let's turn some music on, though. Let's get some music on. I've got VLC source. And we're just going to turn that down just a little bit so I can kind of make sure I can hear everything else okay. Alright, boys, girls, wieners. We're going to go out on the boat. Alright. Now, do I have to? No. I could just go ahead and pop up on deck. See what I've got on deck. It looks like I've got a few things that are going to work. So let's go ahead and cast something out. Let's cast a line out, as it were. Always get a walleye underneath me. I want my crankbait, because crankbaits are life. Give this a good little reel, shall we? Take that trolling motor on. And let's start some power fishing, boys. So the crankbait seems to be a little shallow in this spot. Makes me wonder. It's raining, obviously. Makes me think that maybe the walleye bite might not be it. However, I've had some great days in the rain, right? I mean, breaking up that surface, being able to actually throw a moving lure and catch some fish. Maybe the spinnerbait might be a lot more advantageous with that rain. With a 3-foot crankbait, though, we'll throw that a couple times and just kind of see how that lands. Now, I was catching an absolute ton of fish on the narrow spoon earlier, so we could go that route. Not a bad way to go at all. But we're marking fish underneath us. Looks like there's a shelf we just went over. Go ahead and throw a spinnerbait just for funsies. How far can I huck this thing? Oh my goodness, I can cover the entire leg. And a spinnerbait hooks up first thing. Let's a spinnerbait for you. I mean, let's go. Get over here. The pike, I'd like to say I'm surprised, but you know, pike do like spinnerbaits. Good stop and go presentation. Now, probably could and should throw a trailer on here, but I I mean, naked spinner baits, right? But it just kind of goes to show, too, the lure is going to make such a bigger... So we're going to switch to that narrow spoon before too long. And you'll see the difference in the catching with that lure. If I have it on me, I'm pretty sure I do. Narrow spoon. Got that on a medium light, I do believe. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead. Throw a narrow spoon out, and it's... I can almost guarantee, right, in the first couple casts, we'll end up with something decent. It just seems to be the way that things go with this spoon. And we can just kind of horse them on in here. 90 XP, almost $300. Let that sink down just a little bit. Give it the old stop and go. Another one on. Yo, this lure is the way to go. Every time I catch a walleye, right, I get that Xander challenge on Steam popping up. It's funny because I am blitzing through that. Oh no, a cast without a bite? Oh no. Do not like that. Now, a couple ways I could position this boat to be in a little more of the strike zone a little more often. So, like I was saying, as I was trolling over this, you saw that there's a little hump right there, like a little cut in the bottom of the lake, right? So I can position the boat perpendicular to that line, and that should help me stay right where the fish are kind of rotating to and from. And that's the real advantage of the boat, right, versus shore fishing, is that being able to be perpendicular to these lines so you can hit them in a way that's actually meaningful. I'll put a map real quick. What I'm saying is, position the boat like here, right? So we're actually going to go ahead and mark edge right there. And we're going to go ahead and mark that edge. Okay, so now we will position the boat directly on this point right here. And now I know, using these as like my triangulated spot, that I can go ahead and be in the boat to drop anchor. Yeah. Drop anchor right there. Now I can go ahead and make the cast on the line. Remember, the transition line's often it's either going to be right here as on top of the flat, right? And that one off to the left is going to be on the edge of the flat. So we can use those 2 points to kind of bounce back and forth from to make sure that we're in the right spot. So again, go ahead and cast right out along that line. Let that lure go on down about halfway. And we're going to go ahead and just stop and go. Just a little reel down just a hair, that seems to help. Obviously, reel speed kind of dictates what part of the water column you're working in. Fish are just off the bottom. So in theory, working it down just off the bottom right here should kind of get us maybe to where they're transitioning to and from. And looks like that's, oh, yep, there we go, right on that edge. Trophy even. New PR. Snap a couple. Might keep that for that cash though. We're sitting at 12 pounds so far. Pretty quick, really. I mean, once we switched the spoon, right, it was like night and day. Now there's obviously faster ways we could do this too, right? We can go to shore, and I can show you another way of just farming out walleye left and right. But it's going to require you to put some money down up front. So obviously this like boat technique, right? You can do on a kayak, a rental boat, doesn't really matter. Just the idea of positioning yourself in the right spot and being aware of boat positioning. It's like we can go ahead. Let's go ahead and jump back onto the dock. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Oh, anchors down still. Go ashore, so I'm gonna go ahead and hit 9. I'm gonna set down a rod holder. I'm gonna go ahead and grab a setup that's got some minnows on it with a feeder. We're gonna cast that out as far as we possibly can. Looking at that large tree right there. Hit shift 1. We're gonna throw that on that one. 4. I've got a rig that is a little bit higher up in the water column just to kind of bounce that up just a little bit. Now we're going to throw that one just out a little bit further and a little higher up in the water column. That bobber go ahead and flip down correctly. Now, with those out, we can go back and throw in this. I actually probably should put some heft on it since now we are a little further away from where we want to be. Oh, I do hear the dog barking outside, so I will be right back, guys. Keep an eye on these rods for me. Oh no, I missed a fish, of course. Alright, what one was it? I heard it beeping. Heard it beeping as I was walking away. Not that one. And if it's not the kids, it's the dog. The dog is the kids. All right. Go ahead and give us a nice retrieve back. A little stop and go. The spoon is just the way to go. Hey now. Hey now. Oh no. That was my last one. Oh. Not surprised. Can't expect that to happen, I'll be honest with you. Why is this not producing, I guess, is the other question. Go ahead and switch time. The rain might be not helping the case, and it seems like walleye in this game like to be in the sun. They like the bright days or the dark nights. Yeah, look at that. Would you just look at it? Wing that on out there. Set that down. Guess we're gonna switch to a crankbait, huh? That's what was decided for us. Two. Now hopefully one of those screams at us that we've got a decent fish. We don't break it off. Well, I could have pulled the drag back on that last one. And that would have helped quite a bit. What is this? You know, I have seen this dude pop up this event all day long. 4:30 p.m. Like, what I really want to do is like this, right? But that's a few days. Oh, it's tomorrow, 10 a.m. We might be on for that. Does that mean like striped bass is the way to go? Largemouth. Okay. Max level 13 though. Well, that's a shame. That's a shame. Emerald Predator hunt? PM to AM? Well, that could be fun. That could be a good time. Boats, bass boats. Catch. Yeah, that could be fun. Boats during competition is allowed. Rod stand is prohibited. Only the fish caught from the shore. Shores. Interesting. Interesting. Now that's what I want to be doing, right? But I don't have that unlocked yet. I don't believe. A minimum of 26, yeah. Oh, it's a shame. Congo? Well. Okay. Did I wait too long? Too early? Not long enough? Ah. Grab my crankbait rod. Tell you what though, that narrow spoon really makes a difference. I'm gonna have to go back and buy a few of those. It was like night and day for catching fish. In fact, I'm almost willing to call this entire trip chalked. Just because of that. Which way do we have on us right now? Map. Yeah, this guy. Okay, I can compete in that too. We might. We might. Fish keeper 2100, so I'm not even close to making my money back on this trip. However, I think we're gonna have to pull out just so that I can get more of those spoons. Lures. Spoons. Five at a crack. Not bad. To have to. Oh, glow in the dark spoons. There's different weights. Okay. All right. I like what we're going here. I like what I'm seeing. Question, I guess, at that point is. Right, I want to throw spinnerbaits, nanos, narrow, 7/8. Too light for that. We can do that though. 12-pound line. Wow, okay, you know, we'll do buzzbait. Okay, spoon. Okay. We need nighttime crankbaits. I think that would be the deal. 27. 29. Okay. Swim baits. Oh, dude, like the amount of baits in this game is kind of astounding. Motorboats. Bass boat. I've got one of these. I'm not sure which one. Marker buoys. Storage, recipe slot. Dude, I have no idea what the recipe slot actually is yet. I have not looked at that whatsoever. Alright, back to Emerald. 3 grand. We're gonna make at least 3 grand back. Should be fairly easy. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna start out nighttime. I'm gonna go ahead and throw down heat that over that way. Put that down. Eat this over this way. Set that down. Now, our fancy glow-in-the-dark lure. Yeah. Oh my goodness. How far did that reach? Ooh, that was a bite. Crap. I'm gonna grab the wrong one. I'm gonna grab the wrong one. Grab one. Ah! Ooh, this is a good one. Whatever it is a chonky one. Trophy walleye, mayhaps? Would we be so lucky? No, just a pretty generic looking one. Ooh. It's like, oh my goodness. And kept just coming back for it. I think after this cast, I might have to go check on these kids and make sure they're in bed. 2, 3. Come on. I will say, it seems like this rig is working. I wanted to throw that out. All right. Back to back. Not opposed to that by any means. You heard me, I was like, I'm gonna check on these kids, and it was like, no, you need to catch more fish. Alright, I'm gonna check on these kids real quick. I will be right back, guys. Hey, level up.
Пожрать бы, конечно, не помешало. Ебанский парика! Гнида. Хуйло! Вот хуйло! Конец тебе!
Yeah, how much on that side we came in?
Headed to the back of this building.
Fuck them. I'ma feed you lead, bitch! Ready?
Alright, boys. Back. Back to the fishing. Alright, calm down, free stream. Calm down. Let's throw this one out. Didn't get a chance to set the rod down. F3? I'm wondering if this is gonna be too heavy for this depth. My keyboard keeps double typing too. It's driving me absolutely insane. I don't know what the heck has changed with it. I wouldn't imagine much really has, since, you know, keyboard. But oh man. Yeah, we're gonna have to go to that smaller size spoon, I think. Can't quite get the action I want out of the heavier one. I think that's more the thing. But it's fine. We'll get there. Ooh, come on. Another one. Oh, trophy. All right. Definitely take that. Wing that bad lad out there. Pick this one up. Now we're gonna go ahead and switch out. Do that a little bit lighter spoon. Wish I had one in dark though. What size is that? Half ounce or so is about what I want. I don't think I had any quarter ounce, half ounce. Let's go. Yeet. I guess we'll let that that spoon sink. And it really goes to show how important your drag is with these fish. And having a reel that can pick up line quick enough, super important when they start running at you. Especially with barbless hooks. If you're really trying to push for XP, the barbless hook is going to be like the way to go. Yeah, heat. Was that 1/4 ounce? Seems like the spoon is just wanting to dive as deep as possible. It's not really what we're after here. Can I throw a quarter on this? I think I can. My experience, darker the night, darker the bait. Oh, that looks more like the water column I want to be in. Somebody's catching a big walleye by me. If I can wing this out there, maybe get it to that point. Ooh, almost. I can kind of feed it to him. The walleye definitely seemed to like that kind of like dropping it back to him, even the crankbait. Let's jump on the boat though for a second and just kind of see what we come up with. Not expecting greatness, but there's got to be something, right? We'll check time too and see how that's doing in our favor. We're still at a pretty good peak. The boat started. Need to run around. This is a spot that almost has to have fish, right? It's that super deep bowl that's isolated off all by itself. This flat, I'm gonna pike up this flat. Boat turns like a freaking Triton. You can say not at all. Alright, let's go hit this. Alright, so for this we're going to use that spoon for sure. I want to drop that spoon in on that. Get a real slow descent. Now, it might be a little more advantageous to use that heavier spoon right here because of that depth and the glow-in-the-dark factor. Might play a little bigger key here. We'll just bump up to 1/2 ounce. Oh, okay, this thing absolutely chucks them. Guessing that's that hole. Probably grass down there that I'm hitting. Drag down just a hair. Alright, yeah, so there's walleye out there. It's just gonna take some feeding with the spoon to make it happen. Watching for that to go slack. Now I do wonder how a bottom rig would do. Gotta huck this thing up that river mouth. Oh, okay. Night shift. Okay, so Sauger. I haven't got one of those yet, so that kicks off one for our challenge, actually. Alright. It's a nice little... And it would be pretty obvious once that drop-off hits. Did not expect that Sauger, though. Right on that edge of that hole. Interesting. Trophy Sauger. Yeah, it's bouncing that right on the bottom in that mouth. Basically got to where I was guessing the edge right there was going to be. And it absolutely did work. Go ahead and block a spam bot. Oh, and another one. Sauger for days. Not quite what we're after, but I mean, we're catching, right? I want to hit the Everglades and chase tarpon. That'd be a pretty solid use of XP. Maybe blue crab and go like largemouth fishing. Come on now. Hey, a walleye. Curious of map. Yeah, I think Chaos has got the right spot. Go ahead and look like we're right into the weeds. Yeah, right into it. Dude, I called it. I knew it was gonna happen. Now I should be dragging over the top of that hole. Any point here. Dude, it's like you can pretty much call once you know the spots. Go ahead and actually mark that spot just to see where it ends up on the map. Called it up on the edge. But I think it was more like here. Pretty sure that's the hole. Let's slow that sinking. Backfeed it just a little bit. Alright, let that settle. That was a bite, I'm pretty sure. All right. Flickaroonie. Drop on down there. And we'll give it some bumps. I feel like we gotta be getting close to something. Or we just about fished this. Okay, never mind. Yeah, we're about to fish this spot out for right now. Gonna go into the pads. Alright, after this one, we'll go ahead and make a jump to another spot, maybe. A lot of sauger, which is fine. I mean, it's XP and money, but faster XP and money with walleye, right? There, boys. I'm gonna continue fishing. Those of you that hung out, I appreciate it. We're gonna do this a little more often. So have a good one.